up, everybody? I'm your boy, Sammer, hanging out with Stanker. No Poppy Latte tonight, and you're watching the Loose Cannons podcast. We've got a whole new look, and it's Fan Friday. Week 1 is upon us. The Buccaneers are traveling to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Stank, we've made it, bro. We have finally made it. We're almost there.
I feel like it's like prom weekend, and I've never danced with a girl before. I've never kissed a girl before. It's all fresh and new. I'm hoping I get lucky. Could be completely fucking blown away and disappointed, but I don't think I'm gonna be. I think it's gonna be a great weekend, and I'll be satisfied at the end of the day.
Wow. Well, listen, as you guys can tell, there's a little bit of a different look to the show, and that means we have this cool bar on the left side of the screen that lets us stay on track a little bit and kind of make sure that we don't. It's not on that side. No. No.
Where's left?
It's on that.
My left?
It's on my
that
left.
one?
Yeah, stop. So anyway, that's going to be our topic bar moving forward and make sure that we kind of, hop around properly and don't lose focus too much, but we will definitely make sure there's plenty of shenanigans going on. Tonight's show is Fan Friday. Those of you who have been with us for a while know what this means. You guys get to call into the show at the number on the bottom of the screen. We let you guys give us your takes, your score predictions. Make sure you do it right. So for those of you who are new, you got to make sure you tell us your wing preference, whether it's saucy or dry rub, and if you're dipping it in blue cheese or garbage, and then give us your take. Come correct, because I'm not putting up with any shenanigans anymore this season. You come on this line and you don't talk right, I'm hanging up. I'm going Jim Rome on everybody. I don't give a fuck. That's just how it is. I'm not going to let you talk for an hour. Sorry, This is Stanker's show. It's not my show or your. No, it's my show, but it's not your show.
No, it's my show. You said it right.
Yeah, so technically it's Fan Friday, but to an extent. Anyway, Stank. All right, so it's week 1. Bucs are in Minnesota. First topic on the board. We got to talk about it. Mike Evans' contract. Came out with the video this morning, or was it yesterday? I can't even recall. It's been such a merge of days and whatnot. With him speaking about the deadline coming up, how confident he is if the deal is going to get done or not get done. How did you read that interview? I think I've read it different than a lot of people have, just because of some of the people I talk to, but I'm curious what the scared fans have read it as. And that's kind of what you represent.
By people you talk to, meaning people within the building. You tweeted out exactly what came to fruition today. And just, I get it. We're not media, so people don't necessarily take what we say as news necessarily. But you hit it on the head yesterday. We already knew what came out today. We've known for quite a while that the Bucs weren't going to give Mike the extension he's looking for, and they're going to play it out throughout the season and then see what happens. Whether that means they allow him to test free agency next season, or they sign him because he's just having the most incredible season. They believe he's going to continue to produce. It's hard to separate my love for the guy with what we do, which is kind of try to break it down from the Bucs perspective. Of course, we want to pay Mike. We, Stank, Sammer, Poppy, we want Mike to get paid. Let's make that very clear.
Absolutely.
But when you look at it from the team's perspective, you can see why they're doing what they did. They're doing. They did it with Lavonte David, and it hurt us to see and to hear that Lavonte might not be coming back, and they're going to continue to play it out the same way.
They did it. They did it with Jamel Dean. They did it with Chris Godwin. They did it with Lavonte David. They did it with Carlton Davis. I'm not going to say that they're doing it because it's the way that they do things, but let's not. I'll preface this, like I said earlier on the JP Peterson show. Mike Evans is easily the best offensive player this franchise has ever sniffed. Okay, let's get that out of the way. So there's a reason that 2 of his freaking game-worn jerseys hang up in my theater room at my house. Like that's not because the guy is he's amazing, and he could end up being the best overall Buccaneer of all time. He's right there next to Derek Brooks, Stank, and that's crazy to say, and it sounds like it's like throwing the Bible in a fire, but that's technically he's right there. So let's get that out of the way. But he's no spring chicken, right? This doesn't make any sense for the Bucs to just give him what his agent and him are telling them is their market value. And his agent's smart. The highest And the most market value that he can convince his employers to give him would be at this moment, right? Not at the end of the season when he's 1 year older. He has one more season under his belt. Maybe he has a bad season. Maybe he looks like he's slowed down. Not saying those things will happen, but there's too much risk for his agent to take. So it makes sense for them to put up this deadline. And I compare this deadline to when you go to a car dealership, Stank, and the guy tells you, listen, I'll make this deal, but it's got to be today. Right. It's fake. It's not real. It's fugazi. I mean, the guy is like, if you leave and come back the next day with a bag of cash, he's not going to tell you no. Same thing
Correct.
here. The job of the agent, as I've been saying this entire time, is to pick up the phone for his client. And if the Bucs call week 5 and Mike Evans is like 10 touchdowns or some ridiculous just stat line, he's going to pick up the phone, and they're going to be fine picking up the phone and taking a contract, and everyone's going to be happy and everything's going to be great. And Jason Light has a relationship with his first ever draft pick that people can't break. So all of that, it's business. It's the right move for the Bucs. It just is. It's the right move. It behooves the Bucs to wait till the end of the season, let him find out what his market value is, let his agent do things behind the scenes and find out what that is, and then go from there. Right now, it's just funny money. It's fake numbers. They don't know what it actually is.
I'm not as confident it's going to play out exactly the same way that you just laid it out. Yes, they're saying all the right things right now. Mike's going to say all the right things to Jason, and he's going to focus on the season and be the model citizen he's been since he's gotten here. However, the season doesn't go well, and we're in – hold on. You have to talk about this as a potential scenario. We'd be stupid not to. If the season doesn't go well, right, then the Bucs have two options at the end of the year. They can continue to put money into an older, aging asset, or they could decide ultimately that they're not willing to do that and they're going to go younger and move on. Or Mike could decide, I don't want to be here for a rebuild, whether it be somebody like a Caleb Williams, which I don't give a fuck. If it doesn't happen to go according to plan, then Mike may decide, hey, I don't want to be here for that. I want to win another ring. And ultimately, the Bucs may honor that and allow him to walk. That's what scared fans right now. I mean, we all know that is an option.
It is an option, but
it is scary.
But my thing is, it's never going to be a distraction. I thought you were going down the rabbit hole that he's going to demand a trade and he's going to become a distraction.
No.
Mike Evans has not been a diva. He's had plenty of moments to be a diva and be selfish and not be selfless, and no one would have blamed him, and he's consistently stayed selfless. Yeah. So he's not going to just all of a sudden become selfish and make this a problem and sit out and demand trade. That's not going to happen. Could he at the end of the season say, I'm going to uproot my family and where we've lived for the last 10 years and get the hell out of here and go chase a ring? I don't know. I don't think he will do that, and I don't think he wants to do that regardless of who the guy is playing quarterback, because they have such a good relationship, and it's literally just about, we don't believe that this is your market value. I'm sorry. Prove it to us. And then when that happens, they did the same thing with Levante and Stank. Levante and David and Mike, they're on the same level in terms of how they're revered around here, are they not? And
they are, definitely.
Yeah, and people were scared, but people weren't throwing fits, and they did it with Levante, so they're gonna do it with Mike. It's not. I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't like people who are like, oh, they're disrespecting him. Listen, Mike Evans understands what this is. He knows it's a business. He knows that, and him and Jason are tight. Like, they both understand. Like, here's my scenario. Like, paint it the other way. Say Jason caved 2 weeks ago and gave him whatever he demanded, and then Mike ends up getting injured. Who looks like an idiot at that point? Giving money to
you can't do that, though.
I'm just saying,
you can't. Nobody would blame Jason. I can promise you that.
Bullshit.
Nobody would be like, oh my God, Jason.
No way.
How? Because you can't predict injuries. Nobody's gonna criticize him.
They blamed him for much less. They blamed him for much less.
We all agree that Mike's got a couple more years in the tank. And you know this, and Latte knows this, and I'll share it with people now that it's been a few months. But I had a conversation with Mike at the gala. And I kind of interpreted what he said to me completely differently than what's happened. He made it seem like this might be his final run. But I think what he meant by that is that it might be his final run in Tampa, because I think under the surface, see, we're not used to Mike coming out and making things public. It's always been handled behind the scenes. And so for him to allow his agent to go public means something's not right. He's not happy.
No.
Okay.
It's about getting.
Then why do it? Why do it? Why allow your agent to go public?
Because if he gets injured, he knows that there's not a second contract behind. It's the stability.
And he's not happy he doesn't have it.
He's not unhappy with it. He understands the business side of it, and I'm sure he's not like jovial that he doesn't have this security, but he also he's not Devin White from 2 months ago. He's not any one of these other guys that like goes off the rails and says, "Give me my money. I want out of here. You guys are disrespecting me by not giving me my money." And like, it's not even close to that scenario.
I agree. But it's like you have the perfect child, and they finally step up and act out a little bit. It's to me as big of a deal or bigger than what Devin White did because it's so out of character for Mike, and that just shows you.
But that's why Mike hasn't said anything. That's why Mike hasn't.
He doesn't have to. He's allowing his agent to say what he feels.
But he's doing it the right way. Is my point.
He is. He's
doing
handling
his
way.
business the proper way. He's not letting it be a distraction.
Correct.
He's not coming out selfishly about it. And
Correct.
my whole point of it all is that it's a business. It's a business, and everyone knows that. And I'm telling you, they both have an understanding and a respect for that. This process just has to play out the way it has to play out. Behind the scenes,
I know that. I'm agreeing that Mike understands both sides. I think he does, but he also understands that he does have leverage. He does know that the mob is always going to back Mike. Nobody's going to back the fucking Glazers, bro. No fan is going to be like, I see what the Glazers want here, And
but
it's so
remember, when Jason paid Doug Martin, everyone went nuts when Doug Martin fell off the deep end with everything that was going on with Doug Martin. So there's always going to be the other side of that coin. And I'm not saying they're not doing that.
How dare you compare Doug Martin to Mike
I'm not saying
how dare you do that.
That's what's there. I'm not saying that that's going to happen or that they're fearful of that happening. But Mike Evans is going to be 31, 32 years old. And the market value for that guy, you can't predict that. His agent's going to tell you something and you're going to be like, you don't know that, dude. You really don't know what that value is. I'm sorry, you don't. And we're not trying to be disrespectful to you, but like we have other things that are going to come up too. Winfield is coming up. Wirfs is coming up. If Baker plays well, are we going to be in a Geno Smith Seattle situation? What do we do then? If he doesn't do well or he just does average and you're like, you know what, let's just go the rookie quarterback route, then you can pay the rookie quarterback and pay Mike Evans and pay Chris Godwin and probably get everyone else signed that you want to get signed. But will Mike want to play with a rookie quarterback? So I want to put the narrative to sleep that this is all like disrespect behind the scenes and everyone's upset. It's not that way. It's just not. That's all narratives and that's all clickbait and all that garbage that happens with the media.
We could talk 2 hours about this, and I know you have a format. I know we want to get in and let the callers talk, but I will say this last thing because I saw Beck get really all his panties in the water earlier about people saying that Jason Light needs to consider what if Baker does well or what if Devin White lives up to the high, like does his part and he has to extend them. So yeah, I mean we don't have to worry about that, but Jason does.
Yeah, and the other thing too is now you get a very motivated Mike Evans who has a chip on his shoulder, which is I don't think we've ever seen a chip on his shoulder, Mike Evans, right? And he's already doing. Did I not tweet that
out the other day, Sammer? Did I not say you got a very motivated Baker Mayfield, a very motivated Mike Evans, a very motivated Devin White, a very motivated Tristan Wirfs, a very motivated Antoine Winfield Jr. That's good for the
it's good
what
for
we
the players
want ultimately.
and the
good
wins.
Hopefully it's good for the win column, right? Because they should be out there busting their ass to try to win this division and ultimately who knows after that. So
the problem is if it all plays out well for those players and the win column, then the Bucs are going to be in a tough situation and then we'll have to make a decision.
It will, but you want to be in that tough situation. You don't want to be where we were 10 years ago where it's like, okay, we're going to throw monies at these guys, but winning the division or winning period is hopeless.
Yeah.
So it's tough. It's tough as a fan. I'm sure it's tough on Jason Light. It's tough for everybody in that building. For people to think that the Glazers don't, have an emotional attachment to Mike, and I know people don't give a shit, but I'm sure they do. At the end of the day, they have to do what's right for the franchise in the long run. And whether you call this a rebuilding year, a retooling year, whatever whatever you want to say, it's still uncertain. This season there's a lot of uncertainty surrounding it.
And what's also uncertain is the way the market works for all these free agent guys. You'll see guys go out and they have a massive market for their talents and for who they are, and then there's other guys that doesn't happen when you think it would. So it's really weird up and down. So that's again part of the equation. I mean, like we had D-Hop. Nobody even wanted to sign this guy. I'm not saying Mike and D-Hop on the same level in terms of their age, and he's had a lot more injuries, obviously, but you wouldn't have thought that he would kind of be, scraps. in the NFL. He showed he could still at least play a little bit. So it was just there's an up and down market for running backs, wide receivers. It's just weird. So it all makes sense, man. They're just have to make that decision at the end of the season with who they're gonna freaking sign and who they're not gonna sign. And
Well, we just signed Julio Jones and Antonio Brown. We've seen what these guys that are nearing the end of their career, what they ultimately get in the market. I feel like Mike's probably playing at a much higher level than those guys, and will warrant a bigger contract. But like you said, you see what it is. They're not willing to give them that young wide receiver money, regardless of what their stats or their past says.
It's what you're going to do for me coming up, not what you've done for 9-10 years, right?
Correct.
And one last thing on Mike, I honestly think that he's kind of accomplished a lot of what he has to accomplish and what he wants to prove. He just wants that Jerry Rice number. I think that's really the ultimate motivation at this point. I don't think he's a ring-chasing kind of guy. If it plays out in a way where there's some team that's got a really good core and they're like, we just need you, and then I could see that maybe happening. But I just have confidence that this will kind of play out in the right way because it has the last 4 times it's gone down this way.
No, you're right. And he spoke out yesterday and he said he's made his money. It's not even about that. I think it's more about what he feels he's earned and what he feels he still has to give. I think he values himself and he wants the security, but he does care about his legacy. That's something that he has come out said recently. Like he does care about his legacy. He wants the record. He does want to achieve those goals before he hangs up his cleats.
And part of that legacy is also staying. He wants to be a one-team guy. That's part of that legacy. So
sure, man. Well, who wouldn't want to do what Derek Brooks is a god, dude, and there's a reason that we revere him so much versus other guys who really play the bad guy, but he represents this franchise, and Mike would be there right alongside of him for sure.
Hell yeah,
and will be regardardless, in my opinion, but we'll see how it plays out.
Dude, him, Rondé, Derek. I mean, those guys are just different level. Especially in 2023 to have a guy play his entire career and end it 2024, 25, 26, whenever it ends up being all in one spot. That's Larry Fitzgerald like, and Larry played on some absolutely garbage teams for no reason. He could have left and no one would have said anything disrespectful to him. The Cardinals would have helped him pack his luggage as a thank you for everything he'd done at that point, and he didn't win a Super Bowl. So, that's a good guy to compare him to, honestly.
Yeah, it really is.
All right, man. Now, listen, it's Fan Friday, so the best part about this is our extremely realistic and spot-on score predictions. This is my favorite part. Latte is not here, which is unfortunate. So, Stank, I know you're terrified for whatever reason of what this Bucs team's going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
This Sunday, they get to go out there and put together some magic, lean on each other, rally the troops around the no one believes in us, the underdog mentality, all of those things that have built up in the offseason. How does it play out in Stanker's sorry little mind?
First of all, my mind is not sorry. Yeah, sometimes it is.
Nah, dude, you can't write, you can't read. I mean, you listen.
Did you see that tweet
Rogan
last night?
podcast? Your brain is mush.
You see that tweet last night where I'm like, when we played the Lions week 2 wearing the creamsicle, I tweeted it out. Don't ask me, bro.
Week 2.
After 10 p.m. at night, my brain does turn to mush. Score predictions for week 1. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a fairly moderately scoring affair. I don't see big numbers, and we're not hitting 30. I think it's gonna be in the teens to the low 20s type battle on both sides of the ball. So I'm going to go ahead and say that we pull it out, that Baker comes out with some magic. And I want to say Bucs 18, Vikings
18.
13.
How do they even get 18?
What do you mean how they get 18?
Will they make 6 field goals? What are you talking about? How are you going to make 18?
It's possible. 2-point conversion in there.
Hold on. What's the score again? 18 to what?
13. 18-13 Bucs.
So that scenario paints no reason for them to ever go for 2. Are they getting a safety?
I don't know. 18-13, bitch. That's my point.
It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Like, it was 18 to 21. It makes a little bit of sense. That makes sense. Like, went for 2 to make it 3.
We got a new kicker. He misses the extra point. Numbers are numbers, bro. I don't know. I
what? No, that still doesn't add
out of
up.
the universe. I listen to the universe. There's a beautiful tree above me. I listen to the trees. There's an Elmo puppet that I look at every day. And if
Bishuk
you
is
guys
right.
don't believe me,
Bishuk says you're shameful to the tribe. I agree. I mean, not
why?
to all of human, honestly, to the entire fan base
What?
of
How have I shamed my tribe, bro? What the fuck?
your brain. You're not even very good at math, which is wild considering who you are, right?
Told you. Hey,
18. No, listen. Okay, so all right. So in your scenario, they win 18 to 13.
13.
Why don't you
18,
just say
13.
11? Why don't you say 18-11? Make it even stupider. But who who's your
1
MVP?
0 Bucks.
Yeah, there you go. Who's your MVP? Who's the massive splash, or who's the guy that kind of
It's Antoine
carries the
Winfield
Bucks
Jr.
over?
It's
What?
it's Minnesota. It's Antoine Winfield Jr.
Oh yeah.
It's Minnesota. His pops is gonna be there. He went to University of Minnesota. That's his place right there. It's gonna be his show. I have a feeling he's gonna make things really difficult for Kirk Cousins. Get that secondary just rolling out there. I think the front seven is just gonna do their job, put some pressure on Kirk. We're gonna have control of the game, I think, defensively. I don't see Minnesota just rolling over us for any real reason.
We're finally going to get Kirk Cousins back. I feel like
Yeah, he's not going to like it.
we beat him that year when Tom was here in 2020, and it was kind of a comeback victory because they were kind of running the ball down our throats the first half. Dalvin looked okay. Then we kind of came back. We won the game, but it didn't feel like we'd exacted revenge on Kirk Cousins and that smug face and his perfect life and his really nice and wholesome family, like all of that. I can't stand it. And I feel like we haven't exacted revenge on that yet. Like someone needs to throw a stick at his kids or something like that kind of revenge. We need to
I don't
make him
believe
feel
it.
bad.
I don't believe wholesome people. I don't think they really exist. I think somewhere Kirk's got a dungeon, and he does terrible things to I don't know, goldfish. He fights, he, chickens or something.
He has a weird basement. He has a weird basement where
basement.
he harvests snails, and he has names for all of them, and he just does. He like watches them every night. He comes down there and like he helps like remove their dead skin cells every 3 days. It's just something weird.
There's a few of them that he just steps on, bro, because he's just like, fuck these guys, So
he probably has one named Tom. Probably named Tom.
He does a snail sacrifice before each game. That's going to happen this week, I think. So, yeah, I don't believe Kirk is this wholesome guy, bro. I really don't.
Well, it's not on our list of topics, but Tony Tega brings up no Cody Mock scares me, but I think Canales has something up his sleeve. Bucks 24, Vikings 23. That's too close. But let's talk about Cody Mock. He hasn't practiced in 2 days now. Apparently, he got something going on with his back. But we got Super Bowl champion Aaron Staney stepping in, dude. Yep. I mean, if anything, it might be an upgrade at this point. This guy's a rookie. Doesn't know what he's doing anyway. Put in the Super Bowl champ, and Aaron Staney had an entire year to hang out in the hammock and watch the Bucs suck with Tom Brady. Now he's back. He knew what was going on.
Boy, the stability at the offensive line position, the instability just continues, right? It started last preseason, last training camp, and it's just continued.
Yeah, but now we got depth, though. At least we got depth. We got a guy like Aaron Staney who can step in.
But great. Depth is great. You don't want to have to use it this early on, and we've already had to go to our backup center, and now we're going to have a backup guard in there, and that's not what you want. That's really not what you want. But I think Canales' offense, I think they built it, and they brought him here because they knew that we're not going to have this formidable, line like the Lions. We're going to have to use movement.
5-step drop. You don't need a 5-step drop offense behind this offensive line. But, dude, the Lions used a lot of play action. They kept that pocket moving. They didn't allow him to be a standing statue back there. They did a couple of times, but that line is much better than the Bucs, which is the weirdest thing to say. The Lions have a better offensive line than somebody in the NFL. But, I don't think it matters all that much because I think that Canales' offense hides the weaknesses of the offensive line, hides the weaknesses of the quarterback, it hides the weaknesses of almost everybody on the field and accentuates their positives and their strengths. So I'm not too worried about it. I was excited to see Mock from a running perspective, just to see him get out there and show me his dirty, that gritty side of him, the reason he was drafted. So we might have to wait another week for that. But I'm confident in Stinney. I'm confident in Nick Leverett coming in there and even doing the same thing. I thought he would be the guy that would step in, but I think we're good, man.
You got a next man up mentality. You got to roll with the punches, and my light is going to die. So, see, you just sometimes things happen. You don't expect them to. You're a young guy. You think he's got a young, strong back. All of a sudden, he's like, "Coach, my back is spasming, missing his 2 front teeth." You're like, "What, dude? You're falling apart. You're like 22 years old. Get your shit together." And that's what happened most likely this week, from what I understand, anyways.
Let's take a minute to address the Donovan Smith show from last night. Everything on our timeline. I don't think I have ever seen that before, where every single Buccaneer fan was rooting for a former Buccaneer to do something terrible that he has been doing here for a long time, but for the current team that he's on. And he finally did it. He finally did it when it mattered most. He came through. He did exactly what he's expected to do. He pulled off a holding penalty that brought back a first down in a critical moment. Ended up costing his team the game, honestly. Probably did.
So proud of him.
So proud.
Donnie, it just made me a little bit nostalgic, honestly. Outside of Jameis, which Jameis has had those moments, and we've all rooted against Jameis, most of the fan base anyways.
Yeah.
Except those
half of them.
Those few who still hold out love for the guy like he's part of their family or something. But yeah, it was just, man, it felt so good to see Donnie out there doing what he does best. Just ruining games. Keyed moments too. Like that is a skill. They have the ability to just fuck up
right when
the worst possible time.
But listen, don't. I want to give him credit where credit's due here too, bro. Listen, he was trying earlier on in the game too. He was bear hugging guys, and he was looking around like, "How is this not getting called?" And they're like, "Oh, you're on the Chiefs now. That's cool. You can get away with at least 99% of penalties that no one else can get away with." Right. But we had to call that one because we wanted to make sure that you got to the Pro Bowl or whatever they send these guys to who don't do well. Where do they go? Free agency. We're gonna make sure you get back to free agency. That's what the ref was saying. But man, he was trying, bro. He was trying, and then we're not even gonna talk about the other guy, fucking Jawan, whatever his last name was. That
Taylor.
Holy shit, dude. Chris Collinsworth talking about how impressed he was that he was getting away with false start. Right? He was impressed with him committing a penalty. And then he was calling him at one point, he was calling him the slot receiver because of how far back he was. Then they bring on the NBC officiating expert and they ask him, and Tarico, you need to listen to how he phrased the question. He goes, let's talk about how he's been lining up, not focus on anything with his early starts or anything like that. He says that specifically, like, let's not piss off the NFL too much, but let's talk about why he's lined up so far back. And then the officiating guy goes, actually, he's not even remotely close to being legal. Just like that. What? How is it allowed then?
I don't know, bro. The incompetence with the officiating is always going to be there. I feel like they get, initiatives from the NFL executives. I want to kind of phrase this right. I feel like they're told, hey, sit on your flags this game. It's the first game of the season. The whole country's going to be watching. Sit on your flags. That's kind of fucked up, bro, because it happens in the playoffs too, right? They get these talking to initiatives like, hey, you guys got to watch pass interference. You got to watch roughing the passer. And then all of a sudden you see all these roughing the passer penalties or whatever. They'll tell them to eat their flags for a while. It's fucked up. They have so much power and so much sway.
Yeah, but if you call that, if you call a penalty one time, he's not going to do it again. He kept doing it because he was like, it felt like he was getting further and further back because he was just like, they're just not going to call it. He was literally lined up. He was going to be a running back or an H-back at one point, dude. It was just so far back. And then the guy goes, it's up to the Lions coaching staff to say something to the refs or the officials. And then the entire game, I kept thinking, how is MCDC not losing his mind on the sidelines every single snap? How are you not just running up John Gruden style right to that referee's face and just giving him every word in the book? Like, how the fuck are you not? Like, I would have lost my mind as a coach. Yeah. And of all the guys, MCDC, that dude looks like he's going to literally, he says he's going to bite people's kneecaps. Why didn't he bite any officials' kneecaps last night? It was the perfect opportunity to have leg. It was perfect.
Yeah, I'm sure he was getting in their ear.
No, he
but
wasn't. He wasn't saying anything.
maybe not on camera, but maybe he did get in their ear at some point.
I would have
Oh, you
thrown a
got to try it.
clipboard. I would have thrown a
It's a
clipboard at the ref every time he did it. Just grab one of my guys' clipboards and just toss it every time.
I think you have to have a relationship with the guys if you're going to yell at them. We saw Bruce yelling at officiate officials all the time. The English language is really hard. I mean, nobody talks enough about how hard this language is.
It's not like you were born into it. It's different. It's difficult for people who haven't been born into it, right?
I mean, I was born right here, bro.
Yeah, no shit. It's sarcasm. See, you don't even know how to do sarcasm.
Sarcasm.
I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
You sure did.
All right, my score prediction. We haven't gotten to that yet.
Yeah, are you gonna fucking give your score prediction? Because that's what everybody's waiting for to make their bets right now. Is your score prediction?
Listen, I think I think the Bucs run the ball well. Play action works extremely well. Facing a very young secondary, guys who are fourth-round picks in their second year, going up against guys like Mike Evans, guys like Chris Godwin, guys like Baker Mayfield. And it's the first game of the make or bake season. And honestly, man, I think the Bucs offense has a massive day. And the defense, of course, plays up to what is expected of them. They're going to get after Kirk, and that play action that makes Kirk so good, it just won't be as effective without a guy like Dalvin Cook in the backfield to kind of give fear to guys like Levante and Devin. And I think Devin White has a very Super Bowl stretch-esque night or day in Minnesota. I think he's going to play out of his mind, honestly. I could see like a forced fumble, a sack, an interception, all in his stat line. So I think the Bucs 28, 13, 14, 28, 14, I'll go. I think they double it up, and then I don't think it's a particularly close game after the second quarter, honestly. I just think the Bucs have
28-14. Such a NFL score, isn't it? I don't know. It just reminds me of the good old days.
No long field goals.
Fox.
Yeah, no long field goals. Really nice, punts from the 45-yard line. Just a nice, simple 28-point game. That's it.
You worry about this kicker nobody's talking about? McLaughlin? McCount? Whatever. What's his name?
I don't know. He hasn't missed a kick.
McCarron?
I heard that he hasn't missed a kick ever or something like that. So I don't.
Yeah. Okay. You're not. I mean, fuck the guy. First of all,
Yeah.
right? He just doesn't matter because nobody's talking about him. And you're barking up the wrong tree if you think we're going to give kickers love here because we hate all
absolutely none.
Kickers.
None.
Yep. All of them. And I saw this guy at camp. He saw me out there barefoot on the field, and he just walked past me. He didn't even show me the respect. Our former kickers went barefoot with me out on the field. Me and Ant-Man are chilling barefoot together, and this guy just walks by me with shoes on. Disrespectful. Don't like him. I don't wish ill will on him, but I want to see what he's made of.
Listen, I hope I don't want to ever learn his name. I don't want to know his first name. I don't want to know his last name. I don't even want to know what number he wears. Honestly, I don't want to know anything about this guy. Go out there, make your kick, get the fuck out. No one cares.
I really don't know anything about him.
Good. I'm saying. I hope we never learn anything about him. Because the moment he misses a kick, then they're going to start talking about him. And then if he misses a couple, that's going to be something that someone talks about the next game on the broadcast. And then we're going to learn all of a sudden where he's from and how he used to make kicks in his backyard, and now all of a sudden he's in his own head. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to ever learn anything about this guy. Ever. Ever. I knew too much about that Aguayo kid.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I think it's because we fell for a hot bitch. And nobody's ever going to live up to Matt Gay. Even though he is responsible for us not winning multiple Super Bowl rings. Like, he's responsible for us not winning one while he was here, responsible for beating us so we couldn't win another one. He's like that crazy ex where you hate her, but you love her. Yeah, that's Matt. Everybody after that just doesn't even get my dick hard.
He's never missed an important kick against us since missing that important kick.
No, never. He's perfect at Raymond James, bro. That guy is incredible.
He did miss some kicks in that playoff game, but the one that mattered, he made sure he made that extra point.
I didn't even realize it.
Yeah,
that game.
He's the reason that we lost that game.
That game was a fever dream. We had the Banshee above us. It just didn't even seem like real life. Awesome. And I never went back and actually watched that game. I normally go back and watch them because being there live, you just miss so much. I never went back.
No.
And I don't think I ever will.
Took me months to watch the Dallas Cowboys debacle from last season. So
I didn't watch that either.
Yeah, it took me months. All right. It's finally the time to let the fans take over Fan Friday. We've been doing this for like, what,
You go
35
full
minutes?
screen for a second while I change my battery in my light, okay? Can you do that? You still have the capability?
Just leave your camera on.
All right, I'm just saying. I'm getting
Just
up.
leave your camera on. All right, I'm going to
Trying to be
go.
all fucking professional.
I'll go to. Hey, listen, the phone is at the bottom of the screen. If you guys like the show, hit the like, subscribe button, leave us a comment, all that fun jazz. I'm going to go to the 304 area code. What's up, man?
Hey, it's Zach from West Virginia.
What's up, Zach?
What's happening, fellas?
Where's my jacket, Zach?
Yeah.
It's in my closet, bro.
Well, you think I'm joking, bro. I'm coming for that jacket.
You know where I live. Bring it on.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to get through those mountains, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Last time Sammer was in those mountains, he got dosed with crystal meth, mountain crystal meth.
That wasn't
And,
dosed. We went and bought it willingly. What's funny
you
is
bought
that
it, but you didn't know how much meth was in it.
what was hilarious is that Zach and his wife were terrified of getting out of the car and being seen walking into a smoke shop in West Virginia. It was like so taboo in this wholesome fucking town they live in that has a goddamn trailer as a freaking airport. Anyway, Zach, give us your take.
All right. So I feel like we're going to be 24-17. Mike's going to have a good game. He's going to get a touchdown. Rashad's going to hit that 100-yard mark. He's going to have a touchdown. Yaya Sub-Zero Diaby gets his first career sack in Minnesota. So I feel like it's going to be a strong showing. Nothing better than a motivated Mike and Devin and Antoine, like you guys have been talking about. So I think it's going to be a pretty clean game. Canales is going to be out there just making up plays towards the end of the game just for shits and gigs, just because. So I feel pretty strong about the showing in Minnesota for week 1. So 24-17, because, you know, Captain Kirk Cousins, your cousin from Boston, don't fucking matter. Bucs by 30.
Nailed it. Absolutely.
I almost thought you were going to do it.
No,
I almost thought you were going to do it, and I was going to
waiting.
give you a talking to, sir.
Yes, sir. I thought he was going to give a score prediction and just walk out all fucking
Me
normal.
too.
Like some normal human or some shit. Not some weird
Wasn't
West
he
Virginian.
acting? He was acting all regular and not giving me any signs that it was coming. And finally,
None. But then he pulled the okey doke on us right there. That what the whites call it? The okey. He pulled the okey doke.
Well, sometimes we do.
I wasn't gonna wait on hold for 35 minutes and not do it. I got people waiting on me at the restaurant for dinner, so I gotta go, fellas. I love you.
Not my problem,
Right.
Zach. Sorry.
Enjoy those pancakes.
Pancakes. That's the only place Zach took us to. All right, I'm gonna go to the 813. I'm assuming this is Jeremy. 813. Lower your radio, TV, whatever.
What's up, fellas? I just did. My bad.
Come on, Jeremy.
What's
You know
up,
better.
Jeremy?
First of all, happy football season, fellas.
Happy
We're in
football
for a real
season.
treat this year. Regardless of the contract situation, we're moving past that now. It's time to focus on football. We'll let the Mike and Bucs contract situation negotiate at the end of the season. Right now, Mike's in the zone, and I think he's going to have a big year. And he's a bunch of our favorite player on the whole entire team. But anyway, I got a big one. I said 23-20 Bucs. I think the game-winning field goal by the kicker. I'm not going to say his name because you guys don't give a fuck. So
Yeah, we don't like him.
I say big things out of Rashad White Sunday. I placed bets already on Baker Mayfield and Rashad White to have a good game. So let's just fire the cannons and let's get that dub on Sunday, fellas. What do y'all think?
I'm down. And we a after party at La Teresita? Me and you?
Oh, now you want to invite me? Yeah. Can we actually stay there?
I was just going to eat some fucking takeout, bro. I wasn't even there.
Wow.
I heard it in your voice. I do hear it in your voice. You're a little bit salty with me. A little bit.
It's okay. I still got love for you, bro. I still got love for you. All good.
I got love for you too.
Jeremy, how are you coping since your guy
Sometimes family fights,
the QB2 spot? How are you coping with it? I know you and Stank have had sessions on the phone crying with each other, but how are you doing, man? I need to check on your mental health after Trask didn't win the job.
At the end of the day, Trask will be ready when his time comes.
Yes, he will.
If Baker goes down, Trask will be ready.
In the
The fact
preseason.
is, Baker brought the best out of Trask, and I feel comfortable if Trask takes over, he could do the same thing. In the meantime, let Baker bake. He has more experience. I get it. At the end of the day, I'm comfortable with it. I'm fine. I liked Baker from the get-go. I think Trask definitely showed a lot of improvement during the preseason. And like I said, Baker goes down, Trask in. This ain't nothing new. He did at Florida, took over, and guess what happened? Boom. Was in one of the Heisman race in his last year at Florida. So.
Second round pick. Boom, second round pick.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jeremy, I love you, man. Thanks for calling, dude.
No problem, man. Go Bucs.
Later, Jeremy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if right now I don't know if this is the year of the Gator.
It's not.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
guys
you saw
lost to a bunch of Mormon backups on national TV,
and then
man.
Kadarius Toney yesterday. Like, I don't know, bro. Maybe we made the right decision.
I agree. It's just a lot of Gators just not having good luck recently. Trask couldn't pull it out. Tony, I mean, what's Kyle Pitts going to do for Atlanta now that we know what's going on, right? Now that we know the pattern in the script here. Atlanta Falcons would be smart to just go ahead and trade him to the Bucs.
His legs might get broken. On the field.
They need to trade him to the Bucs for something bad happens, I think.
I agree. Reunite. Tony can come here. We can get Percy Harvin. No.
I'm good. Let's go to 701. 701, you're on with the Loose Cans. What's up?
Sammer?
What's up?
Dad?
It's Jonas.
Oh,
yeah, this sounded like
How's
Dad.
it going, boys?
Holy shit.
I thought I was in trouble for a second.
I thought I forgot to do my homework or something. Did you guys? I was expecting. Did you guys do your homework and brush your teeth? No, sorry, Dad. What's up, voice of God?
I actually got a little shrinkage when I heard his voice. I'm not even lying.
I never had that.
Put you guys in your place. Yeah.
This is your first time calling?
Yeah, this is my first time calling, guys.
Is it?
Yep.
All right. Well,
Yep.
we have a template that has to be followed when you call on the show for the first time. You have to tell us if you're eating your wings dry rub or saucy wet, and if you're dipping them in blue cheese or garbage.
Don't you dare fucking disappoint me, Jonas.
Oh, I won't, boys. Don't worry. First off, I'm going to be eating said wings here in about half hour or so. Dripping wet with like 3 rolls of paper towels just to clean myself off.
Yes.
And in buffalo sauce.
Yes.
And as far as the sauce to dip them in, chunky blue cheese.
Yes.
I mean chunky.
Like curdled milk chunky. Got it. Awesome.
Pretty much.
Best kind.
Yeah.
That's the best kind.
Kind of looks like fucking cottage cheese. That's
it should look like wet popcorn. That's how you know it's good blue cheese.
Because the establishment I'm going to be going to, guys, if and when I come down to Tampa, if I can get that blue cheese from this establishment and bring it down, you guys would be in heaven. I mean,
nothing travels like blue cheese, man. Nothing travels. You don't refrigerate or anything.
Nope. Actually, you should probably put it in like one of those heated carrying cases that like Domino's and those pizza joints use. Just carry it in one of those. Yeah. Keep it nice and warm and toasty.
Yeah, Sammer carries it like it's a pistol. It's got a fucking pod on his right hip.
Other side,
everywhere.
Other side, I got my olive oil dispenser, so I always got fresh olive oil. Yeah, don't leave the house without it, man.
Yeah.
All right, what's your take, Jonas?
TSA. Well, I was going to say, I don't know if TSA would allow such a product to be brought on board a plane or
Not if your name is Sam Riley.
Well, I get checked. Nope. I get randomly checked all the time, so I figure I just bring as many things as I can and ask all the questions I can ask every single time. So at this point, they understand that the olive oil is a must. So
the cool thing is he perspires olive oil, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
you're right. Or you can send a magic carpet up here and take that route instead. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Feels TSA. Yeah. Listen,
TSA has grounded those magic carpets.
Those magic carpets are currently in a no-fly zone. They're not allowed to just fly around U.S. airways and whatnot. So, Jonas, your Bucs take. No, China doesn't like them either, dude. They do not like the. Yeah, I know they show Aladdin going over China during that song, but that's complete horseshit because he would never be allowed in those areas. There's no way they would never allow him. No way. That airspace is completely carpet free. Completely. Anyway, Jonas.
I can just
Bucs take. Go ahead, man.
Okay. Well, hey, let me ask you guys. I know, Sammer, you said 701 area code. Quiz. What What is that? What?
I don't know, bro. You sound like you are fucking super Minnesotan or Wisconsin or something.
Oh, it's 701 is North Dakota.
North Dakota.
North Dakota. Oh yeah, you betcha.
Whoa,
but I do technically live on the Minnesota side.
See, I knew it.
So we're calling...
and I'll be going to the game, of course. I'll be taking off late tomorrow morning, early afternoonish. Hotel booked and got the ticket. You guys
wait a second, Jonas. The way you just said that, are you flying yourself there? The way you just said it sounds like you're getting in one of those like little ice planes. And you're like, I'm taking off from the local airport. No, right off the
those planes that have those like buoys attached to the bottom of them, so they can land in water.
Lakes.
The one that picks up Indy as he's running out of that. In the
right. Or snakes in the cockpit with you.
Yeah, that's the one.
Or I was thinking the Expendables plane, but no, I take it. I know it's better.
Who has worse airports, North Dakota or West Virginia? Or West Virginia, you think, Sammer?
Oh, definitely West Virginia.
West Virginia didn't even have an airport. They had one of those. Dude. They had one of those. What are those things called that you can that they come over on boats?
Like
what are those?
Checkers. You ever been to the restaurant Checkers?
Yes.
You know how big that building is? No. Yeah. How big that building is? That's how big the airport was in West Virginia.
Dude, they brought out your luggage. Everyone's luggage came out at one time on the back of a tractor trailer that had a trailer attached to it.
Bro.
It was a tractor, no joke, with a 24-foot flatbed trailer attached to the back of it, and it just drove around the building from one side to the front. You literally open the front door and you're outside. If you go back inside, you're at check-in gate and line and bathroom and everything. There wasn't even a food corner. Fuck court. There wasn't even a food corner. The waiting room was another trailer.
Machine?
There wasn't any room. The waiting room, when we were waiting for our actual flight to arrive, was in an additional trailer that wasn't even good enough to be at a high school probably. And it had a bunch of plastic chairs that were unfolded and just put all over the place. It felt like we were in like the back corner of a flea market, or that we were going to get like served our immigration papers or something.
It didn't feel legal. I didn't believe it was really an airport. Nope.
Listen, it's so small. This is the only airport I've ever seen that you could literally drive through the entire airport. Like if you just didn't believe if you didn't put on your brake,
like a drive-through.
Yeah,
it felt like a drive-through restaurant.
Mm-hmm. You know what would be awesome? You know what they should have done? They should have allowed a window to where you could literally check in through your car. Drive up, give them your stuff.
That's a great idea.
They scan you in, you pull around the back, drop off your luggage with the trailer and the tractor, get in, walk into
That's actually doable at that
walk into the portable classroom from the back door, sit down, and you're ready to go. I mean, that seems more efficient.
Jonas, I don't care about your football takes. Why is it taking you 17 years to call into the show? Why?
Honestly,
you guys just get electricity up there or what?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But as far as my take, I am predicting 31-10 Tampa Bay, of course.
The Bucs score.
The Bucs score. You'll see me on TV to where I'll be sitting behind the Bucs sideline and off in the left-hand corner. I'll be waving my flag. I'm sitting front row. You'll see me.
What kind of signal can you give me? Because fuck Sammer and Latte. What kind of signal are you going to give me, bro? For the camera when it's on you. You throw up your bare foot.
Should I just stick my foot out? Yeah.
I think that you should.
Yeah, but then CBS will just pan off of you. You got to do something that's kind of like low key, but sends out the message, right? You got to think like a mobster's thinking here, right? You got to think how you're going to give this signal out without getting caught, right?
Just tattoo a foot on your neck.
Yeah, get one of those Tar Heel tattoos. Yeah. Or,
no.
Right
Fuck no. No.
Okay.
Not that.
Wow. Yeah, I guess you don't like Tar Heels. You don't like the color blue? What's going on there?
No, I do not.
Wow, that was a sensitive spot. Okay, how about
that guy hates Michael Jordan?
How about you churn the blue cheese or something? Kind of do something like that. Give us something blue cheesy Or just eat
something.
Or just throw wings in the air. Or just eat a wing.
Yeah, there we
Eat
go.
a fake wing.
Just eat a fake wing.
You
Just
gotta,
go,
you gotta eat your wing, and then we'll know.
That's the
we'll
one.
know it's you.
No, I know I've asked this question to someone else, but I'll ask you guys. Now, the game's going to be on CBS, of course, but does Tampa have, like a local station? I don't know if it's WFLA or a TV station that actually goes with the team on road games, and then maybe has a camera on the sidelines, roaming the sidelines, panning the crowd or anything? Do you guys
I'm pretty sure we
know
do.
about
I'm pretty
that?
sure we do.
No, they don't.
Okay.
Didn't Rock Riley go out there sometimes?
That's not
No?
local, and they're not allowed to just do whatever they want. No.
I don't know. Yeah, I watch on YouTube TV now. I don't even have regular television anymore, so I have no idea.
I don't know which station, but I don't know. I don't think any of the
Maybe
local
somebody in the
stations
chat.
No, I don't think any of the local stations send out their guys other than maybe NBC, maybe Channel 8
Does Chip Carter still work for? I don't.
They send JP Peterson out there. All right, Jonas. Unless you had anything else to add, man. Appreciate you finally calling in.
Yeah, bro. I'm glad you fucking pulled your fucking cock out and you just said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it on the table. I'm going to call the guys. I'm going to take it like a man.
First time, long time.
It's on the table. Yeah.
First time.
Once again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry it took this long, but I'm gonna try to call a little bit more often now because this is fun.
You should be sorry. You should be sorry. That's what you should leave with. That's what the message I want you to leave with. You should be sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll think about accepting your apology. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
All right, got one more. We'll go 770.
Just one?
Those cannons.
Oh, my dog. Yes, sir. I'm boarding. Daddy.
You're boarding. I just watched your video.
Hold on, Corey.
Thank you for watching my video, man.
You're bragging about going to Minnesota. You're bragging about going to Minnesota. You haven't come through on joining us in Green Bay yet.
Oh my goodness, man!
You were going to text me back 4 months ago. You remember that?
I have a very conservative wife, man. She's just not going right now. She's on some other shit. My allowance is my allowance. Even though I make all the money, I'm only allowed a certain allowance. But I told you, I'm 83%. I'm 83% sure I'm coming, and I'm coming the right way. When we hang up, I'll send you the money correctly. No, I'm not going to sneak in this. I'm going to do it the right way because I want to do it the right way.
We're undefeated when
I'm left-handed. I'm not sitting here.
Listen, Green Bay still has those wooden saloon doors to get into their stadium, so you technically could sneak into Lambeau.
We are undefeated when I don't pay.
Yeah, we are.
Oh man!
But hey, man, I just want to say, hey, a lot of people haven't mentioned this, but
Corey, wait.
Remember what happened the last?
Corey, wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Tell your kids to shut the fuck up. All right.
He's at the airport, bro. Those aren't his kids.
I'm in the airport. It's not my kids.
Well, tell those kids to shut the fuck up. That's even more reason to say it. They're not yours.
Okay. You remember the last time we played a Brian Flores defense, right? Right? And he had his players. He had two Pro Bowl corners. He had his players. He had linebackers and pass rushers. And he wanted to blitz. Left people with man defense. And we dropped 45 on their head. So, just something real slight. I'm not saying we're going to drop 47, 45, maybe 44. But we about to bust their ass. I don't just fuck with nobody talking about. Fuck what they on. I've been drinking. I've been smoking. I don't get the opportunity to do that often.
Drinking.
So I'm ready to get to Minnesota.
Hey, keep on with the recordings. Keep representing. I think you need to interview some Minnesotans when you get out there and just shit on them for us.
I got one that lives in Nashville. He actually just got on the plane. His name's Chris, and he's a Vikings fan. I'm actually going to get him when we get off the plane. He's a really dope dude, but I'm going to get him.
Is he staying with you?
No. I just met him at the airport. I'm going to ask him.
Where'd you met him? You met him in the bathroom?
Why did you think Minnesota? Yeah.
We met him.
Oh shit! Michael Pless. Michael Pless is watching us from 34,000 feet in the air. He just said.
Wait, you flying, Superman? What are you talking about?
There we go, Pless. Pless is in an airplane, Corey. I don't know if you ever heard. You're literally at the airport. You're about to get on this massive contraption that's going to take you somewhere, and that's where Pless is.
I stepped out of the line.
I told you he was 34,000 feet in the air, and you said, "What is he on the back of Superman?"
Y'all. I'm gonna make another video when I land. I love y'all. Go Bucs. I'll see y'all.
Love you too, Corey. Don't get arrested. Don't get arrested, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Stank. Got them toes out though. Got them toes out.
You know. Hey, you know.
That's it.
You know.
Nope,
sir.
that's it.
You
nope.
know, sir.
He's gone. I kicked him out. That's it. Nope. Not turning this into a weird foot fetish show. Not doing it, Stank. You can have that for Bucking Idiots, all right? Which, by the way, returns
he
next
just
week.
met a man in the bathroom. Yeah, this right here is I'm still operating off a phone and some headsets, but my office is gonna be available next week.
Some headsets.
Super excited.
Some headsets.
Super excited.
What does that mean? All right, we're gonna go to 813. 813 on with the loose cannons. What's up?
What's up, fellas? How we doing?
Good. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Just, banging out an article real quick. Figured I'd pop on with my boys. How you feeling about this weekend?
Are you interviewing us?
How are you feeling?
Yeah,
How
you're
are you
calling
feeling?
into our show to interview us?
Yeah.
Always. I always bring the questions. Y'all know that. I'm feeling good, man. Optimistic. I just put out a couple pieces this week. I really think with the changes on Minnesota's defense, bringing in Brian Flores, he's got that.
Wait, is this
guy
JC Allen?
attacking.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
did you
of course
think
it's
it was?
JC Allen.
Oh, I don't fucking know. Like, bro, I've heard a little chowder in his voice. I'm like, this is fucking JC
Yeah,
Allen.
I thought he accidentally dialed the wrong number. I thought he was looking for the Patriots broadcast. We're gonna talk about how
Oh,
the
get
Patriots are
out
gonna
of
do.
here, guys.
How do you think
All
Mac
right.
Jones is gonna do week 1? Go.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck?
Who plays
Against
wide
the
receiver
Eagles?
for that team?
Oh.
Who plays wide receiver for that
Juju
team?
Smith-Schuster? Juju Smith-Schuster?
fucking
Oh.
Juju.
I thought he retired.
Some bad Juju. Bad Juju. He's working on kneecaps right now. He's gonna be down before. Oh, they got Devontae Parker too. I guess you want to count that bum, but
So
Yeah.
Bill Belichick
Nah.
actually signed a player who's more concerned about his TikTok videos than his playbook? I didn't think that would ever happen.
You know everybody falls in
I'm
line
searching.
when they get in
Things
that
are
locker room.
wild.
You
Bill's,
think
Bill's getting a divorce from his longtime girlfriend or wife, fiance, whatever she was. The organization's worried she's going to leak out some secrets and some crazy shit. Things are going off the rails.
Only people from that part of the country say organization.
Yeah. What are they afraid of? She's gonna leak that he only had sex with her. She put on a Tom Brady jersey. Like, what could he possibly be into? That's so wild.
Maybe that he's into ass. Maybe he's into ass play. Who knows? I don't know.
Hey,
Okay,
listen,
I
JC,
respect
it's
them even more.
JC, it's 2023, all right?
I
What's
thought
wrong with
maybe-
that? What's wrong with little
maybe-
ass play?
Right.
Maybe the other way around.
Sounds
I mean,
like you're judging, man.
down for
Sounds
a
like
little
you're
bit
judging
there,
Bill
but
Belichick for wanting something stuck up
Maybe
his...
he likes to.
The funny thing is, JC thought he could call on the show and talk football. He thought that was going to actually happen.
And he was asking us questions. How are you guys feeling? I'm going to put this in my
how
article.
do you feel?
Yeah. I'm going to make
Devin
sure.
Tompkins.
Yeah. Listen, JC, give us your score prediction. Tell us how you
We
eat your
want inside
wings.
information. You're
And-
not here to break news.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, and then just let us know what you think of Mac
I
Jones'
broke
stat
news
line.
earlier today. What are you talking about?
Okay,
Can't
but you
break
should have
news
saved it for the show. You should have saved it for the show.
Should have saved it for
Who
the
cares
show.
about fucking?
If you
about
knew you
Twitter.
were
I
going to
could've-
call in, you could have called in and broke news on the show.
I didn't realize that you guys were going on tonight.
You
I
got
saw it on
something.
YouTube. I'm like,
Bro, I know you.
let me
I know
watch
you.
my
No,
fellas while
I
I'm
don't
doing
like it.
this.
You're like a.
I don't like
you're
it.
like a little. You're like a squirrel with nuts in your mouth. You got some more. Come on, break something.
Yeah,
You
take
know
one of
what?
those nuts out of your
It
mouth
didn't
right
really
now.
matter because both confirmed it like an hour after practice, anyways. So it was small news, but it wasn't anything, huge. So there's really no point. I couldn't come on here and broke it anyway. So it's all good.
Hey,
Listen,
Chase-
B-Shuck says
Chase Edmonds.
he worked
running back
27 years in fire rescue. People will stick anything up their ass. He used 2 Z's. That means a lot of ass. Yeah, fire rescue guys see a lot
I
of
watched.
ass.
I watched Jackass. They shoved a toy car up their ass before. That
They
was
did.
that was crazy. South Park, the Adventures of the Gerbil up there. I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I spent many a nights in the ER, bro. Sometimes it just doesn't come out. You expect it to. It never just shows up.
Yeah, Stank is a survivor, a hemorrhoid survivor. So round of applause.
Bro,
Round of applause for you,
real.
Stanker. You
If you
survived,
haven't been to the, if you haven't
survived
been to the ER
hemorrhoids.
because you're asshole.
and I'm proud of you for it, man.
Just balloon knots. Balloon knots. Congrats, man.
Yeah, congrats.
You know,
All right,
well,
the
JC,
Bucs are
great
going to win
call.
23-20.
Yeah,
Bucs
awesome.
are going to win
23-20.
23-20.
23-20. Boom.
23-20.
Thanks for calling in,
There you
JC.
go.
Whoa. Mike Evans. Information. What do you got?
I gave you the inside information. What are you talking
No, I want to hear
Yeah,
from
I
JC.
mean, it's pretty much the same thing. They're going to let him test the market. I've been saying that for the past week and a half now. Since
We've
this
known
came
that
out.
already.
Yeah,
We
come
know
on,
They're going to let him
JC.
test. Well, we didn't know that. We're about to
No, we did.
I knew it.
I know
We
you guys
knew
knew that.
I knew it.
You guys knew that.
Use
But I'm just
guys.
saying.
You guy. Hey, listen. Sammer and Jason Light were in the bunk bed together.
I accidentally muted him. Sorry, JC.
Sorry, JC.
All right, he's back.
Use guys to mute me. Yeah, you know, we're getting information from probably the same places, but yeah, nothing new.
I
He's gonna
talked
play it
directly
out.
to the
He's gonna be
Glazers.
extra motivated. What?
I talk directly to Darcy Glazer. She calls me every night right before I go to bed. She gives me the inside scoop.
They do this like they do this thing called money and sense. They just talk. They do this whole
telepathically.
Yeah.
The Glazers were out at practice on Wednesday.
Yep. I knew they were going to do that.
Yeah, they were doing that. They were doing that. They wanted to watch Bake. They wanted to watch Baker Mayfield. That's why they came down. They had all their cousins were in for their cousins came into town and they were like, yeah, let's go grab some bagels.
They kept
and watch
walking
Bake.
away whenever Mike came towards them. It was weird to watch.
You know what they should do? The Glazers, if Baker takes off, if Baker just takes off, the Glazers should introduce a bagel and call it the Bagel, and just lox, toasted, everything bagel available at every concession stand.
I feel like that's a little bit low key racist right there.
No, I like it. I think it's beautiful.
A little bit.
And have Baker actually bake it. It'd be great, dude. The bagel.
Baking his own bagels.
The Baker bagel. Dude,
the funny thing is, Kyle Trask came out with like cooking videos, and
yeah, he knew.
Trying to
that salad
creep into Baker's realm there. He's like, Baker's got the baking. I'm going to do the cooking.
Yeah, that wasn't even. If you're making a salad, it is not cooking.
Yeah.
All right, there's literally you toss a salad. That's tossing. Any child could toss. It's literally you could toss a ball.
Speaking of Belichick.
Yeah, so there you go. Tossing salads. Bill Belichick. JC has no inside information. Didn't save it for our show. Bada bing, bada boom. Fuck Mac Jones.
Get out of here.
Now I actually muted you on purpose. Thank you, JC, though. Thank you so much. That's a good call. All right, let's go to 727.
Bucs game day now?
You're on with the Loose Cannon 727. What's up?
What the fuck is up, motherfuckers? What the fuck is up? You know who the fuck this is, motherfuckers?
Yeah,
it's time.
Holy shit.
It's time. It's fucking opening motherfucking weekend, motherfuckers. And we're going up to fucking Minnesota and we're going to burn some fucking Viking motherfucking boats. We're going to pound some motherfucking ass. We're going to fucking rape and pillage that motherfucker. Because it's fucking our time once again. It's time to bake. It's time to fucking go up there and just fucking show this fucking Kirk Cousin motherfucker how you like this, motherfucker. How you like this? Because we're bringing it and we're going to fucking go balls deep. Nothing less. Nothing less. Fellas, I can't fucking understand what these fucking national fucking pundits have come up with where we're going to just fucking tank the season. And we're just going to go, what, fucking 2-15. These motherfuckers can grab these right here, bro. Because we ain't tankers for this motherfucking Williams motherfucker. He can taste these fucking nuts right here and have a choice between left and right. I don't give a fuck.
Wow.
But it's our time, man. It's our time, man. You know, I don't know how we're going to do. I think it's going to be between 7 to 11 wins, but we ain't fucking tanking this fucking thing, man. It's just
score prediction, Lou. Score prediction.
Yes, give us a score.
Oh, score prediction. Come on, man. We're gonna fucking ass stomp these motherfuckers. It's 42-17. Good guys. Good guys, and we're burning the motherfucking boat. We're fucking launching a fucking burning arrow, Viking funeral style, as the fucking plane leaves the Tampa, motherfuckers.
So we're sending them to, what do they call it?
Valhalla.
Valhalla. We're sending the Vikings to Valhalla. Yeah. Where do the Bucs? Where do Pirates think they go?
Down to Davy Jones' locker, sir. Davy Jones' locker.
All right, so we're sending the Vikings to Valhalla. Fucking love it, Lou. Are you gonna?
Right,
are you gonna grace our
Rainbow Bridge, motherfuckers?
Lou, are you gonna grace our phone lines every Fan Friday from here on out, man?
Dude, let's do this, man.
Let's do it.
Why the fuck not, man?
Let's
fucking do this, man. I was watching the fucking podcast, man. I'm like, damn, bro. Let's fire this motherfucker. Fuck this. Let's fucking bring it or let's not fucking come at all. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
not a
let's do
Tampa.
this,
It's not
man.
a Buccaneers
Absolutely.
football
Every
season.
Friday, let's fucking do this.
Yes.
Lou, it's not a season unless I hear you kick it off, bro. It's like hearing the get ready to rumble guy in a boxing match. Like I can't even watch football necessarily, but not a Bucs game until I hear your voice.
Hell yeah. All right, Lou. Hey, all you guys that follow us on Twitter,
Michael Buffer, that was his name.
keep your eyes peeled because Lou's official pregame speech will be dropping Sunday morning on Twitter, and it's going to be Lou's best. I mean, and Lou gives us his best every single pregame, but we've got Lou now dedicated to do this. Now he's on our platform. We're going to help him be the greatest pregame. I don't know what you call it. He's going to make Al Pacino shit his pants when he hears him, all right? Every single Sunday morning. Lou, we fucking love you. And those of you who don't know Lou, look him up. You're going to fucking love this
Cannons
guy.
Network in effect, motherfuckers. Let's go.
Let's go. Let me hit. Hey,
Let's
Lou,
go.
before you go, let's get a fuck the Saints, man.
Bro, let's fucking go and let's fire the motherfucking Dreadheads! Woo!
Unreal. I'm sorry, but
Brother.
there's no way anyone is going to follow that up. Sorry. Phone calls are done. Not doing them. That's it. That was amazing. All right, Stank. He's done.
He didn't say fuck the Saints.
I know, he didn't. Yeah, he said fire the fucking cannons instead. That don't matter. Maybe his kids are around. He didn't want to curse too much, right?
Speaking of fuck the Saints, where's my teach? Oh, my bad.
Wow. All right, last thing. Going into this week, we're a little worried about Kyle J. Cansey. How do you say his first name? I never seem to say it right or read it right. Kalijah Cansey. My bad.
Yeah.
My
Come
bad.
on, bro.
My bad.
You're a Floridian. You don't know Kalijah.
Never
You don't have
heard
like 6 or 7 Kalijahs in class with you?
No.
No, I don't.
No. So anyway, Cansey practiced the last 2 days. Looks like he's on track to play in Minnesota. Stank, you talked a couple days ago how excited you are to see this guy, see his power,
excited.
see his speed, see what he brings to the pass rush, see what he brings to the run game, see how he plays next to a guy as big and powerful and as demanding as Vita fucking Vea. Dude, I am on that train with you now, dude. I'm fucking stoked.
It's going to be a problem.
I am stoked.
It's going to be a problem. They're going to have to get the ball in their hands quickly. That guy he's hard to block up front. And when you get pressure in the face of a guy like Kirk Cousins, who's not that mobile. I mean, he's got a little bit in him, but that changes everything. And I hope he's just chomping at the bit. I'm going to backtrack a little bit, bro. What are we going to get angry Mike Evans? Mike already likes to fight. We already know that he likes to fight.
Never seen angry Mike Evans.
Are we going to see him tossing motherfuckers out the club every game?
I hope not, because he got suspended. Probably don't want that. But I want to see him.
It just dawned on me.
Let me see him play angry. How about that? Let's play angry. Well, take it out of Nick Saban. Nick Saban wants his guys to play with emotion, but not to play emotionally and not to get emotional. So there you go. I like that.
Sounds like
that's what I want.
Like a very much coach speak right there.
Yeah.
Emotionally.
Bring your emotion, but don't get emotional. That's what I want from you, Mike Evans. And I don't even have to tell him, honestly. He knows. He's the GOAT, man. Honestly, he's going to go down as the greatest Buccaneer of all time when it's all said and done, Sting. And I love Derek Brooks.
Quite possibly.
Love Derek Brooks, but I'm sorry. But Mike is right there. Same guy off the field as Derek Brooks. Dog on the field. And just dominant. Just dominant when he plays. And, I mean, maybe it's 1A, 1B. 1A and 1AA. Make it just so it's real close. But... yeah, man. Angry Mike Evans, but dude, if Kalijah Cansey goes out there and fucking provides that extra spark, that first step, get into the pass rusher, they're not going to be able to stay doubled on Vita, and it's going to make JTS play better. It's going to make Shaq play better, because there's no way you can stop all of these guys if the two guys in the middle are taking up so much of your resources and your attention, and there's nothing that makes Kirk Cousins more uncomfortable than what? Pressure up the middle. And,
all quarterbacks, actually.
Yeah. He just melts down in the face of pressure like that. We get up in his face early, dude. This game is going to be fun to watch as a Bucs fan, especially on defense. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely, bro. I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's fucking go.
All right, man. We've crossed everything off the list, Stank. The first time ever doing this, and we nailed it. I think we fucking nailed it.
Hey, one last thing that's not on the list. Mike Williams is still alive. and I just can't get that guy off my fucking mind, bro. Corey tweeted out like an update on the story. They took him off of life support, and he's still alive.
Now. He's doing better now.
Holy fucking shit, bro! God, I'm not a religious person, but man, I just hope that guy just somehow defies all odds. Imagine just being fucking left for dead, reported gone, and somehow find your way back. Come on, Mike, please, bro, please. God, that would be so incredible.
He used to come to my store all the time. Not gonna tell the story, but yeah. So I know him. So it's definitely
man,
pretty crazy to see
I love
that story when it happened.
I love him, bro. I love that guy. He was a fun buck and a fun guy off the field. Beard gang. I remember when he was trying to start his rap career in Tampa. I used to run into him all the time. But he's a good dude.
That rap career derailed his NFL career.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
And honestly, derailed it. And it's unfortunate that he didn't have a veteran wide receiver around him or a really good coach that could kind of take him under his wing and be like, hey, kid, come on. Because he was young, and he got a good contract right before his career kind of went to shit. So it's unfortunate. I was excited watching him. He was good, man. He was fucking good, dude. He was good.
He was
good. Against the Panthers.
Stay up, Mike.
He hated the Panthers. He hated the Saints. Yeah. Oh, man, he was fun to watch. Anyway, absolutely hope that all works out well. That story that we heard about his daughter, when his daughter would come into the room, that was the only time that they could get a reaction out of his body. That's wild, dude. That is, if you have kids, you understand where that pulls strings wise.
Yeah, seriously.
So,
absolutely.
Anyway, we'll see you guys post game, 5 minutes after the conclusion of the Bucs beating the living shit out of the Vikings on Bleacher Report. It means open your Bleacher Report app. Make sure you are a fan of the Bucs on there.
Report.
Yep, and you're going to see our beautiful faces live talking Bucs. We're going to give you our winners and our losers of the day. And next week, we kick off the Loose Cannons Network full lineup of shows, media, and fun. It's going to be a lot of stuff that we have not introduced to you guys yet. So make sure you hit the like, the subscribe button. Leave us a comment if you disagree with anything I said. You think Stank's hat looks stupid. I actually like his hat. Or you don't like the fact that he doesn't have his camera fixed yet. Whatever it is, leave us a comment. Those comments, those likes, and those subscribes help our channel grow. And the more our channel grows, the more content we can make. The more content we can make, the more hilariousness will ensue. And yada, yada, yada. And I think that's it, man. Fuck the Vikings. Don't wear purple.
Welcome.
And
you already know the list.
Yeah, go Bucs.